this country is fucked. And, you know, I'm sure a lot of people already have a bunch of sayings going through their head. And, you know, he's just a downer, he's negative, you know, blah, blah, blah. Whatever. I'm really not negative. I just try to view reality the best way I possibly can. But all empires fall. You know, and it seems like lately that it's pretty apparent that this country's going downhill pretty fucking quickly. You know, our debt limit continues to increase. Nobody does anything about it. The rich are paying taxes that haven't, I mean, they're so low. I think they're at their lowest point in like 40 years or some shit like that. Like, the rich aren't paying shit compared to what they should. And yet we put those costs on the middle class. So we're destroying the middle class. We continue to cut funds for education and scientific research, which is why I think that we should have a 1 or 2% tax, maybe across the board, on everybody's check for education and scientific research, so that we can fucking be smarter, people. Be smarter. Why wouldn't you want to be smarter? We still don't have national health care. You know, there's a guy telling a story about how his grandmother laid in shit, you know, for years because she was too poor to get medical attention. I know a grandmother that just died yesterday, literally, that died because she was too poor to get medical attention. My dad deals with back pain every single day because we're too poor for medical attention. And we still don't have national health care, and we continue to act like we love one another, but yet you keep saying, well, that's not my problem. Yeah, but if you were in their shoes, and maybe if you had a thought of empathy in your head, it would be your problem. You see, I don't mind paying a tax for Medicare, even though I may never get to use it, because I still understand that people are benefiting from it. And I think that's worth my money. I'm sorry. I guess that's just me. Let's see, what else is going on? We're addicted, absolutely addicted to oil, including myself. And we're unable to simply accept the benefits of hemp. And that does include oil and biodiesel and edible products and biodegradable products that we currently don't have because we're making it out of crude oil. Doesn't make any fucking sense to me. We continue the war on prohibition, even though it's completely failed. In the United States, 42% of American adults say that they've tried marijuana. 13% have tried cocaine. Whereas, like in the Netherlands, where it's decriminalized, you have 20% have tried marijuana. That's half. And you only have like 1.9% have used cocaine or something like that. That's like, what, a ninth? I mean, obviously our approach on this is absolutely incorrect. And all we do is blame stuff on drugs. Like, if you get a job, you should have a drug test, because people doing drugs don't deserve a job. If you receive government benefits, you should get a drug test, because you shouldn't be able to collect that money and sit around and smoke weed all day. Yeah, but you could just as easily sit around and drink beer all day, and isn't that just as bad? And you could just as easily sit around and gamble money all day. And you could just as easily sit around and blow money on porn all day. You see, drugs aren't the problem. There's people with and without jobs that abuse drugs. There are people with and without jobs that are involved with addictions of various sorts. There are people on or off government assistance that have just laziness issues, to be quite frank. You know, there's many problems, and everybody acts like drugs is the issue. No, humans are the issue. Humans are the issue. You know, we still have a lot of racism in this country, although it's slowly deteriorating. And the only reason why I really like Obama being in his office was finally we got over that hump. As Cat Williams said, flip through the president book. White, vice presidents. White. Finally, we got a black one. At least for that. If nothing else, at least for that. Let's see what else. Everybody still hates homosexuals and don't think that homosexuals should engage in affectionate emotions in public, yet straight couples can. What the fuck is that about? And gay people can't get married, yet straight people can. First off, my views on marriage is that it's almost fucking useless. Almost fucking useless. So I don't really care about that. But just the fact that we don't believe in human rights as we preach often. You know, we got laws against dumb shit like sagging pants, and we'll continue to regulate and control, manipulate, and strip people of their rights and civil liberties. In court, people are thrown in jail despite the fact that they should have been protected by certain rights via civil liberties, such as in Kentucky. The Fourth Amendment right was absolutely just thrown out the fucking window. You know, I have to agree with TJ here. I think it's just, we're just going to make more rules and more laws because people are offended about stupid shit that they really shouldn't. And, you know, when it comes to gay people and, you know, being affectionate in public and people are like, I don't want to see that. And then they spring this argument on me all the time. And I'm not making this up. I've heard it multiple times. Well, you don't want to see, you know, a fat chick walking around with, you know, either tight clothes or her ass hanging out or his ass hanging out or whatever. You know what? Personally, it doesn't bother me. It really doesn't. Like, people could walk around butt-ass naked. This is my opinion. And it would not bother me one fucking bit. I understand the human anatomy. I understand what humans look like. I understand the difference between them. You know, I understand everybody's not gonna... And how is it actually that disgusting? Please tell me that. Like, does it really make you throw up? Like, you're like, oh, there's a penis. Haven't seen one of those before. You know, there's a set of tits. Haven't seen that before. There's this nasty snatch. Haven't fucked one of those before. Like, come on, people, really? And you people watch porn. So do I. All the time. And then you act like you're surprised that you see an ass crack in public? I mean, what the fuck is this shit? You know, you can't cuss in school. You're supposed to talk a certain way around ladies. And it just gets worse and worse and worse. And again, we just make laws and regulations that simply discriminate against particular lifestyles because the common white man doesn't agree with them. And that's almost the fucking truth. That's almost the blunt fucking baseline truth in this country. You know, because it's not like there's a black person, you know, like Obama said. You know, I just think brothers should pull up their pants. It's not like we need to make rules over this. We have more serious issues to be concerned with. Well, obviously, the white man isn't taking that stance. And how is sagging pants really criminal? I don't think it is. But, I mean, you have political loopholes that are constantly used. You have the Department of Defense that's unauditable. You have probably millions of dollars of fraud just in that alone. You know, and just lobbyists, and we have big corporate representatives as our politicians. We have the absolute, almost, most stupid individuals nominated to almost be a fucking president. Some of our presidents are probably some of the dumbest people I've ever witnessed. You know, but that's because Americans are stupid. American morals are stupid. Americans don't understand what acceptance is and what security, what it is to feel like to be secure with other people's lifestyles. We don't have to criminalize everything. Not every brown person is a terrorist, and not every Mexican is a criminal, and not every black person is slanging crack with a pistol, and, you know, so on and so forth. You know, there's a lot of modest people out there. I know some illegal immigrants. They're awesome people. But to get at my point, yeah, this country's really fucked. And yeah, we'll probably hit a couple of financial crises maybe before we hit a big financial crisis. Because it's going to happen, ladies and gentlemen. It is going to happen. And I'm not trying to be negative, and I know some people be like, oh, he's mad. He's fucking mad. No, actually, I'm a really happy person. I'm just trying to tell you the truth. You know, and if you don't believe me, as always,